This is the fourth and final part of the MBYLL Team App tutorial. And in it we're going to be playing around with the look and feel and the functionality of your town's team app, which we totally customize and optimize to the best of your liking, matching your town's needs and wants. And even though this is the final part of our tutorial, it really should be one of the first tasks that you undertake when you take over as full admin of your town's team app. Getting the look and feel right is something that can be done right away, and it's very easy to do, and we're going to show you a few quick tips and methods of doing that. And as we did in part 1, everything is done in this admin dashboard view. Very familiar at this point with the invite promote button, the members button, and the access groups button. Now we're looking at the settings button, which is the final one over here on the right. This is what the app looks like. This is what we built for you. It contains 12 preloaded buttons, of which we went over most of the functionality. Two things we probably didn't get to are the web links down here, and the two that we've preloaded for your ease and convenience are the league's website, MBYLL.org, and your particular town's website. So it's important that you definitely check to make sure that we have that correct, and that's exactly the way you want that to look. As far as coloring and logos and the way this app looks, you can very easily manipulate that in setting. Here we have app-specific settings, which are designed for smartphones, and we have the web-specific settings designed for the desktop version. And I'd recommend starting with the app version because it's a little simpler. And as you adjust and change, and maybe potentially we didn't get your colors 100% right, maybe it's a darker blue and it's a slightly lighter red, and maybe you don't quite know where we got black because you're very dark purple. Whatever it might be that you want to change, potentially you want to pick a different background design. We have it on the fade, but maybe you like the checkerboard look, like wood paneling look, whatever you might want it to be. Entirely up to you, and sync it up to what the website colors look like. It will save you a step, and everything you do on the website will match what your app looks like. So we're back in that settings mode, and this is where we were before. With the website specific settings, you have a few more options. You can change the welcome message and change what that says and who's saying it and what their role is, welcoming everybody to their home page. In addition, we're back in this admin dashboard view and back in the settings. Set the website address. We also have some advertising settings, which we're not going to get into in this set of tutorials, but is absolutely worth looking into and reading up on. And there's plenty of tips for ways in which you can make money with this website. As far as club settings are concerned, we did a lot of that work for you, and there are some things that we do insist that you keep for us, including the co-branded logo image. But if we don't have your logo image and all we have is your town name and title alone, then please do contact us and get us your image so we can create that logo for you. As far as the club details are concerned, this is where you can see what your app's name is, the full name, obviously that you're playing lacrosse in Massachusetts, and that you're on the proper time zone, which is very important for setting events and notifications, and that this is where you'll find the association. And all of them have been pre-built, so you shouldn't have to search for us, but it is important that that does stay there so that you can sync up our league news and get all the important information. So settings really is the place for you to kind of come in and customize this app to your liking and make sure that it looks the way you want it to look for your own branding and for your own members' familiarity with your town program. Final thing to look at is the button management, which we alluded to. We set aside 12 buttons for you, but there are more. There are different options for you, and you might like one better than another. And so if you wanted to do a player profile, for example, which gives you an option of highlighting individual players with their photos and bios and maybe stats or sponsorships, clicking these buttons will turn on or off a particular feature. And you'll notice that when you have 12 and try to add a 13, you're going to get an error message. It says that You can only display a maximum of 12 at once. So you have to turn off one before another. And you can turn off the teams button and still have a functioning schedule and functioning live score if all your teams button does is name the team and don't necessarily add a roster to it. You feel like that's disposable. That's a good one to get rid of, and then you can add your player profiles, and you can see that change was made instantaneously, and anybody who's looking at your particular team app would get that change as soon as they hit the refresh button. There's plenty of other options for you to kind of explore and play around with. You don't have to have 12 if you know you don't have social media and you know you don't want chat room function, then you can have 10 buttons. It's entirely up to you. I will back though. And the one button that we absolutely insist that you keep is the MBYLL news button, which, as we demonstrated earlier, as long as you subscribe to the Mass Bay Youth Lacrosse League's association, anything that we publish in terms of our documents and newsletters will automatically be populated on your town team app. And that's essentially what this team app is designed to do. It's a communication tool not only for you and your town program members, but the league as well, communicating with our town directors and all of our 20,000 athletes, and they're very dedicated in support of family members, all of our 2,500 certified MBYLL coaches. As always, we're extraordinarily appreciative of your constant support and your feedback. And this wraps up our tutorial for the basics of the town team app. And I'm more than confident that with these videos you'll absolutely be able to put together outstanding team apps for your towns. If there's anything that we can do to enrich your experience, particularly when it comes to team app or these tutorials or any communication, please never hesitate to let us know. It's always our pleasure to communicate with you all the great things that are happening at the league level and all the things that we're trying to do at the league level. So I personally thank you for taking the time to watch these videos, and I look forward to seeing what you all do with your new team apps. Thank you all very much.